188A visa is one of the visas that is now being priority processed under ministerial direction as of September 2021. It is not mandatory for applicants to have high English ability or education qualifications. Hi, my name is Isuru Yapa. I'm an Australian registered migration agent here at Sirus Migration. We have produced several videos detailing the information about how to calculate the points as well as the overall 188 Business Innovation and Investment Visa. Today, I'm going to discuss the latest information about 188A Business Innovation Visa stream. The financial year 2022 has allocated 13,500 visa places to 188 visa. 188A is an invitation-only visa. Invitation can be granted by one of the 6 Australian states or 2 territories. So the applicants have to fulfill the federal government requirements as well as the state or territory government requirements. You must score 65 points. Please refer to this video to calculate your points. You must be under 55 years of age. Please note, the state or territory waives it with your significant business history and or business proposal that you propose to the state or territory. So you could be little over 55 years of age. Must be a successful business person with acceptable business turnover. I will talk about this in detail in a little while further down in this video. You must have a net worth of $1.25 million. These assets can be under your name, your spouse's name, or your business's name, and must have held the ownership for at least 2 years. You and your partner must have had no history of involvement in businesses or investments activities that are of nature that is not generally acceptable in Australia, such as drugs or other illegal business activities. There is no minimum English requirement. However, all applicants aged 18 or over at the time of the application must either have at least functional English, which is overall IELTS 4.5, or you will be asked to pay the second installment of the visa application charge. The second installment application charges are: main applicant, you're supposed to pay $9,795 or other family members $4,890. If you could score vocational English, you will get 5 additional points in your point test, which is IELTS 5 in each band, or you get 10 additional points if you were to score proficient English, which is IELTS 7 in each band. You and any family members who apply for this visa must also fulfill the health requirement. You and any family member aged over 16 years of age must also fulfill the Australian character requirements. You and any family member who are aged over 18 years of age must also sign the Australian Values Statement. I will put a link to this statement down below in the description section so you can peruse it yourself. You and any family member in your application who has any debt to Australian government must settle it before the completion of this application. You might also not be eligible to apply for this visa if you had any prior visa cancellations while you're in Australia or refusal while you're in Australia, especially if you carry Section 48 bars. If you have any doubts about this scenario, please be in touch with me directly. As I promised earlier, let's talk further about the turnover part. This is one of the most important parts of 188A visa. For 2 out of 4 fiscal years, immediately before you receive an invitation to apply, you must have had an ownership stake in 1 or 2 businesses that had at least turnover in each of those 2 years must have been minimum of 750,000 Australian dollars. Whether you have 1 or 2 businesses, you must own at least 51% of the total value of the business if the business has turnover of less than 400,000 Australian dollars a year. Or You may own 30% of the total value of the business if the business has the turnover of Australian $400,000 or more per year. Or 10% of the total value of the business if the business is operated by a publicly listed company. If your business provides professional, technical, or trade services, you must spend less than half of the time providing those services, rather than general management of the business. Also remember, turnover is the total sales, not your gross or net profit. 188A visa allows you and your family a visa up to 5 years. This may be extended for further 2 years if you could not fulfill the 888 visa requirements, or after 3 years, if you fulfill the requirements, you may apply for a 888 Australian permanent residency visa. If you have a young school-aged family, they can enroll into government schools for free. As it stands right now, when this video is recorded, the application charges for the main applicant is $6,085 Australian. Additional applicants over 18 years of age costs Australian $3,045. Additional applicants under 18 years of age cost $1,520. This visa is now processed as a priority visa, so we expect responses quicker than past processing times. I hope this video was informative. If you would like to have a personalized eligibility assessment with me, please contact us via any of the contact methods below. Remember to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you will be kept updated with all our latest videos related to Australian immigration updates and pathways.